It is clear that the designation was intended to be strictly a concession. As many have reported, a goodwill measure based upon a strategic goal of entering into some form of illusory productive talks that might resolve our differences. A foreign policy aspiration, engagement, but not a counterterrorism objective was the rationale. And I say to you, goodwill gestures have no impact on those individuals or countries that have no goodwill. Here is what we know. We know that your brothers and sisters and sons and daughters and those you support at the camp disarmed and consolidated themselves under the protection of United States troops. We know that the men and women and children in this group are given protected persons status under international law and under protection of U.S. troops until the Iraqi security forces pledged their protection in 2008. We know that a 16-month review by the United States government found no basis to charge any single member of the Iranian opposition group with any violation of American law. We know that the decision and the designation by the United States has been the justification used by the tyrannical regime for imprisonment, torture, mutilation, and murder. We know that after a thorough investigation led by distinguished jurists throughout Europe, including classified information, both the EU and the United Kingdom no longer view MEK as a terrorist organization. And we know that finally this designation is again under review by the United States Department of State after a federal court earlier this year said the government failed to provide sufficient support for the classification. I join with all of you in believing that the United States must lift the designation immediately.